Spider-Noir is here, and apparently a thing. They are legitimately doing a live-action adaptation with Nicolas Cage to bring a Spider-Noir story out. Kinda sounds like some sort of bingo card list. Whilst at the same time, it's such fan service because this character sounds like so much obvious, endless fun. We loved him in Into the Spider-Verse, to the point I would have loved to have seen an original animated film with him, and actually getting the voice actor from the animated movie and bringing it over to a TV show. It just sounds like a lot of fun, with a character we've already been established to like, and with all the classic goodnesses in it. There is only one criticism there is to have with this initial trailer. It's the one I say pretty much immediately. For some reason, it is in color.
Every mystery forms a complex web.
First question, why is it in color? Does it need to be in color? Surely this is the first thing on anybody's mind. If you're gonna do a Spider-Man noir adaptation, where we clearly saw in the animated Spider-Verse that it's all in black and white, why are we not doing this in black and white? Come on, man. It was an open goal. Ah, well. Technically, it is bad for retention. Any black and white thumbnail I've ever done always flops. Or at least, that was the case. It turns out they are in fact releasing this in black and white too. There's two versions for those that have to see movies in color these days, and black and white for the more authentic noir experience, and honestly, that is the best case scenario. Watch two ways. Wait, let me see that. True hue, full color, and black and white? Oh, you sell it to me like that, and I'm really sold. I hope the cinematography is lit in a certain way that, you know, the actual black and whiteness works and has some dynamic effects rather than just a grayscale. Guess we'll judge that too. I'm gonna watch it in black and white personally. The boldness to release a black and white movie is fantastic. I reacted to this trailer when it was in color. I'm now actually seeing it in black and white looping in the background as I record this. I even just saw that even the preview to the other trailer is in the other color.
Well, that's new.
Yes, I saw it.
That's funny, that. Oh, I tell you what. If this was like actual black and white, that would have looked so nice. Like, imagine the fire is the only bit in color. There's some great stuff that films have done in the past when they were black and white or learning to get color going. Like, I remember there's a horror film of some sort where it's all black and white except for red, and blood is there, like blood baths, and literally a bath full of blood or something is in my mind back from vague film studies back at school. That could have been cool. When it comes to filming in black and white, it's not just a matter of adding a grayscale filter over the top. There is some actual cinematographic techniques involved in the lighting to properly get the blooms going.
It sounds crazy, I know.
Yeah, it has that old school lighting. Some places. One of those shots looks kind of flat. The other one looks more old school. I hope they do interesting things with it, you know? We have a lot more lighting technology. I hope they play with that. Can't guarantee they will. What department of Sony is this anyway, you know? Famously, back when movies were in black and white and TV shows too, the actual sets would be massively highly saturated in order for them to soak in and look correct by the time they came to black and white, with pink furniture being pretty much the main thing that really sucks in color correctly with a certain lens filter. Anyway, enough rambling about the filmography stuff. As a Spider-Man story, I am so on board with this. Is it Spider's Man? Is there a Spider's Man in this universe? A man made out of a million spiders? Oh, why did you have to show me that? Why was that surgery? Ooh. Alright, they've got the grit, they've got the grunge, they're set, they've got the quota. No more, please. We got the gore, we got the blood, we got the spiders coming out of a dry, bloodless wound. Cool, cheers, thanks. It's kind of an easy goal, right? We love Spider-Man as an IP, and we love the reinterpretations. We love when Doc Ock did a fake out in Into the Spider-Verse. Now we can do it all the same with the noir reality, seeming to have an appearance of Sandman, not as we know him. Oh, you know what's going to be so refreshing and nice? It's the same thing you get in Spider-Verse. It's nice to see re-adaptations of classic enemies. Was that Sandman? Is it Gravel Man? Is he different in Noir? Oh, I love that. I already love the only other references I really have, like what? Hawk? Birdman? Vulture, that's the one. What Vulture looks like between Spider-Verse and Tom Holland. That alone's a great variation. I'm going to like this as well. Oh, yeah, man, I just want to see the same characters again under a different lens. That's what this movie's going to give me in droves. It's going to give me another crazy fake out, isn't it? I'm going to be like, whoa, oh my god, well, we've already had the Dr. Octopus fake out. Who's next? Green Goblin, and he's a literal tiny goblin. There you go. Who knows what there is to see. As well as Electro. Oh, and then we've got Electro going through it as well. He's just dealing with the elements, is he? A little bit of fire, a little bit of electricity. Where's the water guy? And webbing, is that an element? Cool, fun. Admittedly, the car crash scene didn't get me that much. Maybe it's the slow-mo, maybe it's the stock car brake sound effect in there. But hey, nice to see. Yeah, just recycle the Sam Raimi villains. Is this what it is? Is this Spider-Man 3? No, this is all of them. Because we've taken a bit now from Spider-Man 3, Sandman, Amazing Spider-Man 2, Electro, I guess Fantastic Four, sure. Cool, interesting. Don't overblow yourself. Don't have too much going on. We know how that goes badly. I don't need Venom in this movie as well. But very nice. I'm enjoying this so far. Very refreshing.
Best showing down.
So was that a Gwen falling off a scaffolding moment I just saw? Is that Gwen? This is already Ben Reilly, so it must be somebody else, but still. Doubling over from all the other source material, a little bit of Sam Raimi, a little bit of Andrew Garfield, and maybe possibly a little bit of Tom Holland with the spider disease plotline they seem to be going with.
But pull the right strand.
Oh my god, what did I just see? That's proper, like, gutsy Spider-Man design? Let me see that. Let me go back to that. Oh, wow. Look at that. Kind of looks like he's having a good time. Look at his face. Okay, I don't like that. Is that Cage? I feel like that's somebody else. He's a normal Spider-Man, right? He's not like Man-Spider or something. No. But actually, the grosser imagery is very fitting for a noir story. It's meant to be darker. It's a little bit more hard-hitting. I want to see Nazis. Bosh them through the head a couple of times, you know? I don't know if that's going to make in the video, but you never know.
Fighting is the point.
Ooh, okay. Interesting. Yeah, okay, so that wasn't Nick Cage we saw before, but there is like a spider disease going on. Ironically, this feels like the same disease that Tom Holland's currently going on with his new movie. Like, isn't the thing behind him that he's going to become like Man-Spider? He's getting a genetic spider literal thing going. These people all have spiderisms to them. That's cool. That's nice. Play around with it. I guess that spider we saw was not Nick Cage's spider. It could have been one of those spiders. I like it. Making a story that centralizes back to the Spider-Man narrative and mechanic. Cool. Fun. Love to see it. If it's not already clear, I'm going into this only with the surface level experience. I don't know the comics back and forth and all that, but I do know most of the movies themselves. Is that Johnny? Fantastic Four? Human Torch? They're not going to put the Human Torch in a Spider-Man noir movie. Now we're getting confusing on our crossovers. I don't know who that guy is. I don't know the comics that well. But I'm just getting that vibe, and that's very strange. That's very fun. What an odd one. Does Sony have the rights to Fantastic Four? They used to. Maybe they are doing that. That's crazy if they are. And I think that's kind of the target demographic. You know, a bit more of a normie. Fan of Spider-Man, as most people are. He's the most popular superhero for a reason.
My friend disappeared.
You haven't given us much to go.
I love how this is also just kind of a very classic detective layout. It's literally just a noir detective movie, and the detective has Spider-Man powers. That's how I'm reading this. That's kind of perfect, I think. Does that make it a cliche? Does it make it standard and boring? I don't know about that. I see the format. That's nice. And not the usual Spider-Man movie, because it's a different type of movie. That'll do. And then, yeah, this rooftop, this, like, noir rooftop, this is the most DC-looking shot I've ever seen. And it's done by Marvel. This would have confused me if I was young and didn't know the difference. It's only going to continue to get confusing from here to the people that aren't involved already. But I am particularly on board with a noir story because he was actually my favorite character in Into the Spider-Verse. Not just because he's edgy and black and white, but him actually being set in a certain time period, being that 30s and 40s, means that you can get to see a whole new take on the universe in general. We do have things like the Daily Bugle appearing in newspaper form. Monsters on the loose! Ooh, I like it. It is the Daily Bugle, and it is old school. Monsters on the loose. It's very 30s or whatever time period this is actually meant to be. That's good. That's nice. I want something varied and different. This feels different. This is going to be maybe a bit of a take. Maybe not. Maybe it's standard. This feels a bit like Marvel's version of the Batman, you know? Dingier, more DCer, I guess. This is the most DC Marvel movie there's gonna be, just because of the premise. Cool, it's new, I'm getting into it. But we also now have Ben Reilly playing the role of Spider-Man, not Peter Parker. There it is. Hey there, thank you for making it to the halfway mark of this video. Come subscribe if you haven't already for more trailer reactions. Live action will do sometimes if it particularly piques my interest. There's kind of a pipeline here. Into the Spider-Verse animated Spider-Noir. Not animated. Maybe they'll do an animated one day. We'll see. Anyway, let us know any suggestions of other things to cover. But otherwise, let's get back to the second half of this video. There it is.
All you can do is fight to keep the chaos from your door.
Oh, he's Ben Reilly as well. That's nice. I'm not crazy familiar with the Spider-Man universe. I mostly know the movies now, and even then, I didn't watch the Sam Raimi ones. I know. Blasphemy. But I do know Ben Reilly. He's the weird blue one in Spider-Verse, right? He's an alternative to Peter Parker. It makes sense. I like it. It's just so refreshing to see something refreshing, you know? It's nice when Sony, and this is Sony again, doing more imaginative, creative things. I'm not as sold as I could be. I think I still would prefer this as an animation. I saw a fantastic fan-made animation for Spider-Man Noir once.
Just hitching a ride, pal.
I'll have to find it. The clip starts with him going, "Angry pigeon coming through." I've got it saved on TikTok, and I always end up revisiting it. Really well done, really stylistic. It's kind of a shame, because live action's so much more stilted. But then I guess maybe in that sense, you lose a little bit of the seriousness that maybe they're going for with this grittier story. Those micro little changes is what it's all about, really.
What happened to your face?
Walked into a door.
How many times?
Okay, so there is still a little bit of comedy chops in there. We haven't heard much of it. It's quite dry, but great, good fun. I was gonna say, I didn't actually notice there was even a bruise on his face at first, but what can you do? And the fact that they got the actual Nick Cage, voice actor for Spider-Verse, into this, wow, very nice, very fun. Oh, and finally, I can't believe I haven't had to mention this yet. Finally, he's actually in the gear. This seems, I wonder if it's really gonna, it should do. This is clearly meant to be like the tragic backstory flashback. Did he lose his wife? Lost a kid? I could see it, sure. That means it can really dive into the emotional edginess of a noir story, which is great. Finally, we get to see him in his design. I hope we see more of the mask. I want to see this the whole time, to be honest. You know, it's nice to see Nick Cage, but I'd hide him away sometimes, please. This feels a bit trailery. It feels a bit marketing. They have to show the celebrity casting they've got in it. It is a Disney-owned movie now. Kind of. Sony, whatever. But I'm glad he's there faintly in one shot so far. And even more so than that, I can just keep rambling about all these details I like. I like that he's older, man. It's nice that he's not in school anymore. School is very past him now.
Got me growing sick.
All right. First of all, those physics are crazy, actually. To go from falling to swinging himself like that, that's great. Full propulsion down all the way to up, love it. If only Gwen could do that too, but hey, I guess not. Always got to be a scaffolding. They're always falling off scaffolding, these damn Spider-Men. It is strangely refreshing to see Spider-Man motions without the mask. You kind of see it a few times with Tom Holland, sure, but it doesn't feel the same. Maybe it's because he feels old as well. This feels nicer, actually. Yeah, the fact that it's an old Spider-Man, it's not just a kid, that felt more impactful. That felt like a tougher challenge for him to be able to swing, because he's such an old man in comparison to the Spider-Boys. Man, I think I could just get into this. I can over-extrapolate the vibes out of this. This is weird. It's nice. It's like when you play the PlayStation 5 Spider-Man games, and you get a skin that's not the suit, you just got your face out. It's a bit uncanny, but it kind of works. Feels more real, almost. You get pulled out of the Spider-Man world that you kind of, the disbelief you allow with this all the time. Would I have preferred this to be an animated movie? Yeah, probably. I think the very nature of Spider-Man fits better into animation. It can be a little uncanny when people are swinging around in live action, especially with an older man like Nick Cage doing it, but at the same time, that kind of grit and weight behind it makes it feel so totally different.
A hero.
Oh, yes, yes! That's what I want to see, that full swinging through the city scene. I feel like we don't get any of those from Tom Holland. We don't get enough of those, apart from like the final shot of every movie. That felt so classical. That's the gifs everyone uses when they reference their Spider-Man. I adore that. More of that, please. God, he must be hot in that leather trench coat. It's kind of immersion pulling out, but it also makes you feel it more, like it's more realistic, as much as this is all sorts of CGI and impracticality. There are other details to be enjoyed. His webbing isn't actually white, it's instead closer to black and grey. I don't know, I'm colorblind. Just web them both and slap them together. Is his webbing gray? Oh, I don't know what it is. Something about like him being grungier is so immediately impactful. It's such a different vibe. And also, everyone has revolvers. Is Spider-Man usually dealing with guns all the time? God, that's kind of freaky. It feels so different. When every villain wants to shoot you like a mob boss, you can tell that like the spider sense elements are going to be great for this. Who'd have thought, just a refreshing take on the character, and you can run with it, even in a live-action adaptation. Also, another reason I like Spider-Noir, when Into Spider-Verse came out, I got teased a lot that I was him because I can't see colors and a Rubik's Cube would probably confuse me. So people think. I hope they put a Rubik's Cube in this show. Doubt they will, but hey, you know, fun. And Project Hail Mary, yeah, that's a good point now. This very much just seems like a fun side quest spin-off they decided to make. Everyone seemed to be on board, and the fact they had Nick Cage meant they're just good and set to go.
This is how it ends.
Okay, I gotta admit, seeing him in the full mask just going... it's kind of silly. But maybe that's... Yeah, no, that's not what they're going for. They're not going for the silliness in this adaptation. Just a little weird. You don't even hear Nick Cage underneath going... or anything. It's just a thing. Typically, when it comes to Sony and live-action adaptations, especially in the superhero universe, it ain't too grand. But their animation department can be so bold and creative, and this looks like the most bold and creative thing they've really tried to do in live action.
Universe trends to disorder.
Oh, it's him. Where do I know him from? I know the oh, wait, is that, it's Googly Eyes from Harry Potter. What a shame I remember Harry Potter. But, cool. Maybe it's an easy goal with all the celebrity casting we already know and care about, one of the fan favorite characters baked off of Into the Spider-Verse specifically, and otherwise all they really have to do is add in Spider-Man references into their Spider-Man tale and they're set to go.
And it's a straight line to the answer.
Oh, I like that. They actually kind of are doing... That felt like a Sam Raimi reference. That was a, oh, he's just a kid moment when he's in the train. Although this time it's, oh, he's such an old man. I didn't know Spider-Man was so past his prime. How old is this guy? And also the classic, like, monologuing lines. There's a line straight to the end, So that's what I want to see. It's a little strange actually seeing Nicolas Cage visibly doing this. I think the voice fits. I'm not so certain the face does. Maybe I gotta get used to it. Loved him in Left 4 Dead 2, though. But I can't not say that I'm entertained by this. And the added artistic bonus of actually making it look noir and black and white seems really, really nice in a lot of ways. So to be honest, I haven't really got any complaints. I will likely be watching this in black and white to get the proper styling, ready for a classic detective story with a Spider-Man lens on top. Something a little bit less cartoony than the other Spider-Man experiences, whilst hopefully not being too underwhelming, since their main character is slightly slower than animation at least can pull off. That choreography felt a little slow. I mean, Nick Cage is getting up there, so they're not, you know, it feels a little bit like Naked Gun, you know, and now they've got Liam Neeson in it. He's a little bit slower, and that's kind of it. I'm always going to now be looking more if they do good choreography. There's bits there, it's just a tad slow. Cool that he's got actual web slinging. And actually an old man Spider-Man, he's not that old, but still you get the idea. Maybe makes it feel more impactful, more of a challenge he has to overcome. Cool. Nice. And it's a series. This isn't a film. That's a good time, though. Spider-Noir, I think I know what I'm doing May 27th. Either way, what a nice surprise. Coming out just about a month from now. Certainly seems like a nice time nonetheless. I'll be very curious to see how it actually does numbers-wise. Although this is going on Amazon Prime, so maybe we'll not find out so clearly. But other than that, I'm going to finally put a pin in it there. My name's been Daz. Thank you very much for reaching the end of this video. Do tell us your thoughts on Spider-Noir. Do you care? Want any changes? Or hell, what do you think they're going to do after this? Is this going to go into a series, or are they then going to do Penny Parker or something? I'd love to hear all of your thoughts and more. What a fun little side quest. A surprise thing for a day. I'd love to hear all of your thoughts and more. But otherwise, I shall see you all in a little bit. Cheerio.